winning a title by countout is bullshit. What I mean, Sasha Banks has now won the Raw Women's title on a countout. How can you say she is a champion? So many people for years have been saying Sasha's champion, Sasha for champion, Sasha this, Sasha that. Here's a question, guys. I will never deny Sasha Banks has talent. But when you can't defend a title successfully, and when you win the Raw Women's title via a countout, I have no faith in that champion. I mean, if you want to put the belt on Sasha, I hate it, but do it the right way. Pin Asuka or make her tap. Don't do this bullshit with a countout. That makes Sasha look weak, even with the belt, because she never really won the match. Actually, no. It's the same logic that Apollo Creed used in Rocky 2. She won, but she didn't beat her. So yay, Sasha Banks is once again the Raw Women's Champion. I give it till her next title defense. Or her first title defense. Because history's shown every time Sasha Banks wins the women's title, she holds it till the mandatory rematch clause. Seriously, her one reign as NXT Women's Champion is probably longer than all, 6 of her WWE Raw Women's title reigns? I mean, I get why they did this, because the two-woman NWO, and if you come at me for saying that, that's basically what the golden role models are. A two-person NWO in the women's division. Holding all the gold. Even as you can call it a two-woman evolution. Not the women's evolution. Evolution the faction. It's stupid. I hate this, okay? I don't hate it because it's Sasha and Bayley. I'd hate it if it was Bliss and Nikki. I'd hate it if it was anyone. Because I don't think, especially with the stupid tag titles, those tag titles are irrelevant as hell. I don't think, especially when Sasha Banks, she is allowed on all 3 brands with the tag titles. She's still contractually signed to SmackDown. And when you put the Raw title on a SmackDown superstar, we kind of have a problem, don't we, morons? And again, if you wanted to put the Raw Women's title on Sasha Banks, I wouldn't have had a problem with it, since that's the story they were going with anyway. Why have it be countout? That makes Sasha look weak. I said it before. I'll say it again. It makes her look weak even as champion. Because when you win a title match based on countout, that doesn't prove you're champion material. It doesn't prove you have... It's basically like what they had the Miz doing when he was WWE Champion on the road to WrestleMania. After he was done with Orton, who'd they put him against? Jerry Lawler in a rivalry for the title, just to get Miz to WrestleMania. The way to get Sasha to the belt again is countout. I'm positive when Sasha was awarded, because she didn't win anything. She got the belt. She didn't win anything to me, at least. Because a lot of people were ecstatic, happy, yay, Sasha Banks is once again champion, woohoo! She didn't beat Asuka. Sasha can't beat Asuka for the title. And it's simple as that. Also, SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Come on, McIntyre. Street Profit versus Angel Garza and Andrade Cien Almas for the tag team titles. I like the Street Profit, but what they're doing, I got money on Garza and Andrade to win the tag team titles. Let's see, what else has been announced? I thought those were really the only 2 matches announced for SummerSlam. But, yeah, that's mainly my main thing with the women's title picture. That's just a stupid idea to give Sasha Banks the title via a freaking countout. I mean, no, look, back in the past of the NWA, there was a rule that said the titles could be won on disqualifications or countouts. But that was when they were held by a champion. This was technically a vacant title. The rule in the NWA was champions can't get intentionally disqualified or intentionally counted out. That would make sense if that rule was implied if Asuka was champion. If you gave Asuka back the title and did the countout thing, then it could be a little bit justified. But this ending was completely bullshit. And I'm positive so many Sasha Banks fans hate me right now. And I'll say this, I don't care. It was You can't even defend this, man. Can you actually defend a title match being ended on countout? Can you really defend that even if it is Sasha Banks? You can't defend that this was a good way for her to win the title. You can't say this was the best way for Sasha to win the title. You can't. Later, guys.